Gotta go. Not tonight, probably, but it's gotta go. Pong AC. Good evening. Back in Plainville yet again. We got. I know this song is loud. I'm just grooving. Owen, welcome. Yeah, not only cities again, but 9 tiles again. That has burned recently, apparently. That view we just saw. Okay. What up, King? Let's try and not almost send a meteor into a building. I mean, it was very, very close to start a stream. I meant to collapse the cemetery and almost dropped a meteor, but we'll try not to make that mistake again. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? I thought maybe some in-game tunes tonight. So Downtown Radio. But let's see where that is at. Because it's quiet in my headset, that's for sure. Bring it up a little bit. It should still be background, you know, but... Oh, man. Okay, let me show you what's been happening, because things have been happening. I did a little bit of building offline. I moved this thing over here for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't even know why that's over here, but that's all going to get destroyed anyways. So what have I done? And I mean that in a productive way, not in the talking heads like, this is not my beautiful house and how did I get here? Some of you know what I mean, maybe not. I want to show you the neighborhoods real quick. So Rockdale is here, and I've carved out the paths here. This is the 4-lane roads is a different neighborhood altogether. Well, it was. And then I messed it up. But that lets me put Old Town on the neighborhood so people don't cut through those. But that doesn't affect this monstrosity of the Beltway. Oh, is the Beltway actually not connected to that? It's working. I'm not going to complain. So there's less districts now. And that lets me kind of sneak everything in with a lot of traffic at some of these junctions. I broke this spaghetti interchange over here to test some different configurations before I worry about like making it look pretty. And I get some thinking to do because it got bad over here. But there has been a little bit of a reconfiguration. The city's a lot less tall. We'll get a couple big buildings in here or there and slowly building it back up bit by bit. Not the least of which is cramming in all the stuff over here. Now I gotta do some testing on this, but apparently if you put the stadium down on a road and then put it down in a pedestrian area on a pedestrian road, the game happens, but people don't, they just like teleport to it. I don't know where they go afterwards, but you don't have to deal with traffic, which is nice. But it's on a regular road right now, so we will definitely have to deal with people after that one. So that's what I've been up to. Unlocked all the university stuff, actually. Had that running in the background today, as also over here, way over production just to get the employees. So I can knock this back now that we got 5-star. And I think I need 2 of these. These are the, engineering, what do they call them? Engineered wood plant. So that takes our raw and puts it into timber. And then we also need 3 of the, so one of these is extra just to bring employees in. And then we also need 3 of the pulp mills to do the max extract formula and basically make the most. And then we can actually delete and roll back a lot of this. It's all extra. Adia, what's up? Hello, everybody. Welcome. Some industries nonsense, and I also cleaned up the airport, so it's back and functioning again. But nothing really in its final place. The train networks are all disconnected and a mess. It's just I'm making messes all over the place. Like, look at this. It's backing up the other highway because I let people drive into the city, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll all drive in at once." So I really gotta rethink. How people are getting in. I got to set up the train again. Oh, I put this in for you maniacs, by the way. We're only getting started, but we will not be caught off guard. I'll just say that much. We don't have shelters yet. Maybe we should drop those in. But where's my radio coverage? Escape routes. Where's radio coverage? Should it not be more obvious? Like, oh, there it is. Okay. Look at that. Everything in the green from that one tower. I guess that's the nice thing about 9 tiles. Little things like that. The forestry stuff has a good look. This is, so what did I do here? I used that clover mill and deleted most of a Parklow interchange here. I'm going to do something with this extra piece of highway. I'm going to figure that out. I'm not sure what yet. But yeah, this took a little bit of finessing and finagling, and it's still a little crooked here or there. But I do really like the look of the forestry assets. It's my favorite industry by far for tucking away into the corner of a map. I mean, honestly, like, it does not stand out at all. It's really the suburban mess down there, which is starting to fill out. Like, we're getting there. Trying to get trains and stuff unlocked. It's so much work. Yeah. I'm trying to think what I did with, did I unlock all the buildings again in remastered? Or did I not even care to do that? I don't remember. I'm not entirely sure. Let's let it play at 1x speed and go look at the horrible traffic I've caused now by letting everybody into the city. So we can see where the problem spots are. The spaghetti interchange down here, this main entry point. I mean, like, to be fair, like, look at what the highway is funneling into. A 4-lane. Technically, how many lanes are crossing here? There's 4 plus another 4, so it's an 8-lane crossing with 2 tram tracks. It's not very well designed, I will say. It's not, it's not terrible, right? It's okay. Should we just run an exit ramp the entire way, like, back from here, so that all these people can just get in line to get directly off the highway? That's bad. We got to fix that. So how do we get people out of here quick? Do I have a traffic light or something? Like, what the actual? I think this is a mistake dumping to this intersection. Like, I thought I could pull it off. And for whatever reason, it worked for a while, but then you get the right combination of moving people in, and it just all goes to heck. So what will happen here? We could at least try and get them in. We gotta do something about this. This is bad. Was this 2-lane highway? We'll go back to a previous configuration. I guess I'll bring it down to this road and then come out right in the middle of there. Oh, this is going to let me because of the... Oh, it is. I can sneak it under there. I love it. That's actually pretty cool that that asset allows you to do that. We're going to have a semi-truck come through here and completely clip it and remove the radio capabilities of the town, but... So what if we do something like that just to force the traffic off of that intersection? Let's watch that for a second. And I don't even know if I can upgrade this road again. And I wonder if that being a 4-lane is making things worse. Oof. Well, they still have to merge here. And unfortunately, look what people do. Like, as soon as they get off the highway, pocket cars, and they decide to walk and cross in front of the traffic that they just cleared out. It's getting things moving, though. Let's see what this does. But where does it back up, right? Are they turning in here? Is it all the people that are moving into this neighborhood for the first time? It could be. That's the other thing. Like, I moved so many people in. We're going to have a death wave. But that's okay. You know, it happens. Just like IRL, it happens. I was thinking back to the pandemic. It seemed like it was just yesterday. I'm going to be 47 this year. I remember during the pandemic, I was 32, jet black hair, 100 pounds lighter. What happened? What happened in 16 years since the pandemic? In case you're wondering about any CS2 on console news, it's over here in this pit of despair. Sponsored by AC. It was a Statue of Liberty in a puddle, but it got hit by a second meteor. It's been 87 years exactly. Okay, so did this already... Where did it push the problem to? What's going on here? Did we just resolve that simply by not having an 8-lane interchange with +2 on the trams? That fixed everything? Okay. So if they need to, they can come down here and turn around, but they don't need to. They look at the pocket car usage. Let's just keep an eye here. Is it like 25%? It's a good number. It's a fair number, that pocket car. If pocket cars were that simple, like... I mean, I feel like this is a really unsafe intersection to be doing something like that. Like, I think you should still pull off to the side of the road before you pocket car. Like, don't you think you should have to find a parking spot before you pocket car? Like, why is Skylines Sims pocket car logic to do it in the middle of a lane of traffic? Like, the pocket car is a cool mechanic. There's some necessity, I'm sure, for the simulation, but certainly in the middle of moving traffic where there's no parking is not the place to do that. I feel like if they were truly trying to capture the magic of SimCity and The Sims, you would let us trap them on never-ending roads. Just like you can build walls around a pool in The Sims. Well, that was a quick, easy fix. Welcome to Traffic with Mouse. There we go. We did that. That was a fix. Might also have been a timing thing. Do we do the same thing here? I wonder what does do to traffic flow. So let me kind of show you what's going on over here with the campus, right? This is the newest area. So the newest area has some residential over here. I still want to figure out how to feather this in a little bit better. It's a little, I don't want just a straight line down the middle, but I'm trying to cram all the campus stuff in over here in the space that we got. And maybe we don't need all the buildings for a tiny town like Plainville. You know, it doesn't need to be a quarter of the map is the school. Killing them, that's your specialty? Oh no. Oh no. Switch 2 this week. Is it 2 days to Switch 2? Everybody excited? $500. Burn a hole in the pocket. Technically, I mean, you're going to want a game. At least one. Maybe an extra set of Joy-Cons. Okay, do we do the same thing? Do we see what the same thing does for us? I wonder, like, where are we putting stress down here for people trying to... Okay, they're turning here. Are they coming... Are they turning... Is a hot dog car getting on the highway? Is the question. It is. Okay, so they're turning around here, which doesn't seem to be stressing out that intersection, so that's good. We got to look at what we're zoning and what we're not. That tower's awkward for camera rotation. Okay, so maybe we do the same thing and see how it handles that. But okay, I'm sorry. I started to explain. So we've got the new residential pocket on the right. We've got this entrance into the main university campus, which is still like the core of it isn't bad. It's okay. But this part back here is all spread out. I forgot I wanted to build a collider into this somehow as well, which we're running out of room over here. Especially with all the stadiums going. So we've got baseball number 2. We've got basketball, football over there. It is surrounded by the large middle divided tree bluestone. So that's all sitting in a pedestrian area, but these objects act a little funky if you don't put them on a road themselves. So those are on a road. This one does not need to be on a road. This one functions just fine. And there's a metro station here. I've begun rebuilding the metro, but we're still a long ways off. So what do we do here? Do we even need... Well, we kind of need that spot because it was a... This was our exit point from the entire area. Maybe we do this. Okay, let's pause. Let's get rid of this. Which way are these things facing? Are they facing in? If they're facing in, that's fine. Okay, so we don't need a street here. We need bluestone trees, but the small variety. Okay, that works. So now, is this set up as a two-way? This does not need to be a two-way. This should be a one-way coming through here. Upgrade. So coming in, that is a two-way, but this is all one way around. We could let people turn directly left, but then force all this into one way. I think that makes sense. And then coming down this way. Is this going to break anything? I think that zoning's fine. I could be mistaken, though. I mean, it's all abandoned anyways, so I guess we could rebuild it anyways. Or you know what we could do? We could do something. Oh, it's not a one-way variant of that, is there? I was thinking of the wider roads, but they don't have one-ways of those anymore. That's unfortunate. We need more road options, please. Do you really wish that they had made it easier for players to share their maps on console? That would be cool. Yeah. The map maker on remaster was not really well fleshed out. They don't give you the tools that you need to set up decent looking connections on the edge of the map. It's really frustrating. The system in CS2 is a little bit better. You just drag it to the edge of the map and it kind of like disappears into the void. Still better than not being able to do it. This is pretty bad over here, huh? We need, what is the problem? Not enough people over here. Okay, what are we doing here? We'll just, you're already complaining, so you're gone. We'll let new businesses move in that aren't complaining. Plus, it makes it a little easier to see what we're doing here. So, I think that's okay. But okay, so what do we want to do? We want to do a wider street here, but we don't have a good... What are the one-way options? 6-lane one-ways? Come on. That's the wide one-way option. Wasn't there 4-lane one-ways at start, like at launch? I feel like that was a thing, and then they pulled them out. Am I crazy? What do we have now? 3-lane one-ways, which are the same configuration size-wise. So, like... Oh, they get to give us a 4-lane one-way, but it's not wider, is it? Well, that doesn't really help us at all. I don't need 4 lanes turning into... I don't need 4 lanes turning into that. I guess we use the 2-way avenue. Where is that? That's over here. With the trees in the middle. This could work. I think that solves my challenge. Minus the traffic lights. So how is that, right? We got this backwards. No, I want to change direction. Right? That one's backwards. Okay, so coming to the university, this is a 2-way street. This segment right here on this side of the park is a 2-way, but everything else is 1-way around the center. So you can go down this way, you can come back that way, leave out the way you came, or you can head down this way. This is 1-way all the way through here. And then I guess a service vehicle could turn right, but otherwise everybody else is going to this lane. It's an in and out thing. Just a single lane coming in. I don't know if people are going to come in this way at all, because they can only go to that point, and I don't think they can actually use this parking garage since it's on a pedestrian road, but it looks nice. I didn't realize that until just now. I put that on a pedestrian road. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. We got the 2 service points here. Okay, so that we'll let that get going again. There's enough demand that should zone in, but we'll have to keep an eye on the problems over here and try and drive more traffic. Yeah, so this is problematic, and I think we should just do what we did on the other side and see if that is as simple as correct. I mean, like, it's not terrible. Like, look, it's catching up, but it could be better, right? But then how does that affect the traffic in the area? Moving it in and around to want to get to the highway. I don't know. There's one way to find out. We can rebuild it easy enough. So highways, 2-lane. We'll bring it down to there. I don't know. Are those are not parallel, are they? Do we move this node? I feel like that's too close. We want to probably nudge it back a little bit. Oh, are these are historical or whatever? What do you call it? How come I can't remember? Historical. This is actually a pretty decent. If you're gonna buy a radio station, I'm okay with it being downtown radio. It's chill. Then again, it's kind of probably very similar to what I would be playing in the background anyway, so I don't know. I'm biased. Forgot you ordered food because it took like an hour. Oh my god. Surprise food. Still, you haven't missed much. I mean, let's be honest. Distractible. Okay, let's hang out here for a minute and see what this does to the area. In fact, no, let's just make sure it's not totally broken. That intersection's a little close for comfort, I think. Is it one lane over here? Is that what's throwing me off? No, it's 2 lanes dumping out. It's totally fine there. Maybe it just, okay, let's let it catch up. It's already caught up. What am I complaining about? But what's it doing around the area as people try and get around? You got to watch like the immediate intersections nearby. It looks surprisingly good, actually. Was I way overthinking the engineering of these? I got the tolls here. This is just obnoxious. And people are waiting to go straight, of course, as soon as we don't do the simple on off. I wonder how much, can we figure out how much these tolls make? Is this actually viable? Are there stats? No. Income? Where's tolls? Is tolls one of these things? It would be on income, right? On budget? So that's setting taxes. That's budget. Whoa, I'm changing my water around. Whatever. We'll put it at 90. Wait, what? Bottom tab. Wait, what am I missing? What am I missing? Sorry, I need more details. It was income expenses, bottom. Economy, income expenses at the bottom. Right, yeah, is one of these... Oh, is that the tolls on the right-hand side? Are we talking about $92? $92. How small do you think a 1 meteor is? This is... Are you kidding me? $92? To slow down traffic? Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, we're gonna do away with this intersection. We're redoing this. We're redoing this. Tolls are gone. Free passage. We got enough money. I don't need the $92 with 12 million in the bank. Fly, my pretties, fly! Go free. Raise the price of the tolls. No. Okay. Is this a single lane? Do we want this dumping down? Oh, I used some of the old road underneath here, so I reconfigured this and flattened it out a little bit. The exit ramp is a nice little jaunt under the bridge here. And you come around, hook back up. I do need to work on that a little bit. But maybe let's dump this down to 2-lane. Like it should be. I'm not crazy about where I left this, but we can figure that out. Okay, so what if I... Should I figure out this last part first, maybe? Okay, well, I want to... Okay, hold on a second. No. I'm trying to make a point. I mean, I guess we could aim for that. And let me do that. Nope. I want to make this look a little smooth, but I may have to really rethink this here. I should have just freeformed that in. That would have been a lot easier. Okay, I'm okay with that, though. I'm okay with that. Is this another historical? I think I historicaled a bunch of them to keep them from various levels of growth. I'm gonna have to go back through and delete a bunch of the taller ones. Okay. Why? I'm not asking you to upgrade. Oh, I'm asking you to change direction and you are a regular road. Oh my God. Okay. Highway. That'll do it. Why won't you change direction? But I'm already both directions, you big dummy. I hope my mistakes make people feel better about their mistakes. Like what I just did at this intersection, probably, but let's find out. Time will tell. So far, so good. This has been working out okay. I see that now, but like there's probably like a 6-block wide fire behind me right now. So who's reinstalled? Who never uninstalled versus who's reinstalled? I'm on the reinstalled camp. So this is... Okay, there we go. That's where the problem is. I was going to say, everything's working out great so far. But not so much here. So they're taking that as a way into the city. That's going to get backed up. Out come the pocket cars. So that's unfortunate there. Like we could make that a one-way going out so as to force the traffic down to the next intersection, which isn't... Like, the next 4 lanes not till way down here? Oh, that's going to get backed up something awful, isn't it? People are parking here? No. No. No, you don't. No. God, I hope I can upgrade that road. These have been such a pain in the butt. In retrospect, I would have given myself a little bit more room to work with. What is this? Yeah, I can't upgrade. Oh, it's too short. Placing it in the first place. So I'm gonna have to delete the road, change the road, and then reconnect the tram in the middle of it. It's way too tight of a space. There's one square of zone on either side. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have given myself a little bit more room to work with. It looks pretty good though. I will say that, right? I think it looks okay. Oh, I should show you the update on the tram lines as well. That and then play. Nope, we're not following. I thought we were following. Were we not following? Follow. Enhance. Enhance. Why are we not following? What did I do? Did I hit the button again? Okay. And then close. Okay, there we go. I like the look. Like, looks. I think it looks pretty good for console. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not finished. This is a pretty good sense of what I'm going for, though. There's way too many. Is it pines over here? Alders, the taller ones. There's too many of those. There's no conifers over here. Can't decide on the map. We got to figure that out. Because I got to figure that out for the next remastered build. What's a good 25 tile? Meander was really fun. If you haven't built on Winding Rivers, I like that one a lot. But as crazy as the highways look in them, they are like over-engineered from a design aesthetic perspective, but it doesn't do anything to help with city's traffic. You have to trick it other ways. You have to. If you were playing on console and you don't know about Old Town, go find out about the Old Town policy. The beech trees, that could be it too. When we come around, you'll see, like, I did half of this at once, and then the other half I did like with a different idea in mind. So there's many more conifers on part of it coming around. And then you'll see like some of it just doesn't have anything. And if we ride around like 3 or 4 times, we'll find a gigantic fire as well. These blocks love to burn. Absolutely love to burn. So yeah, here, there's no trees over this way. Just nothing. Did I follow? I might have followed the Beltway. I did. That's perfect. So I've got 4 trams that run the different quadrants, and I have them running counterclockwise so that they circle each other. They cross paths on each other on the sides of the box that they overlap, basically. There's some traffic. Holy shnikes. That's coming off the highway on this side. So we got to see what we can do about that, because that is nasty. This is all open now. This is where the old train station was. I'm going to rethink that. One of the things that I definitely want to do is I want to build a cargo train station into the town, and then hopefully eliminate the need. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think you can eliminate the need for trucks to come into your city. I believe that they spawn from the cargo. I could be wrong, or they spawn from the building that needs the thing. Am I incorrect in that? Can I go Old Town on the Beltway and lock everybody out of the city, but have the cargo train inside the zone? I think that I can, and I'm going to try and go for that. If you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling. Either way, thanks for being tuned in. Appreciate you. I really, really love this ride through the city. I wish the trees didn't pop in. Now it's all I can think about. But, I mean, I guess we could, like, you know. We get that. See, look at no pop in if you do this. This is the angle. You know what I mean? Like, there's very little pop in if you're getting it at the right angle, I guess. And this isn't disorienting or anything. That car keeping up with the tram. Slow down there, buddy. It's not a race. It's not a race. This is not... Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Money on the car. Oh, of course, because they had to stop. Car wins. Suspenseful. That was a race. The tree line tram track. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like it's a very tight build, right? But it's so tight that it's like it's frustrating to work with. Cause like look at how close those are together. Like if you get it just perfect, like see I can upgrade that road and I can upgrade that road. But sometimes once you make it a 4-lane, you can't. Like I can't upgrade either of those. One of them is trams, one of them doesn't. So like I have to completely delete it, draw the road, and then redraw the tram tracks into it. Yeah, this one is also like, I don't know how I got that to work. Like just look at that. Look at what's happening in that intersection. And the game was okay with that at one point. It let me do it. It just won't let me change it without deleting it. It's pretty crazy. Oh man, these offices. So I keep zoning these and then forgetting to not let them go. They look a little ridiculous. Like a stretch of offices along that outer beltway. I'm gonna knock down all the tall buildings and then prevent them from leveling up. I know you can do it via policy, but I also want to look at the variants. I think I'm also gonna knock this down. This thing's just too big and bulky in comparison to everything else that's over here. It doesn't fit the aesthetic. I appreciate what they were going for, but it's not right. So I don't know what I'm going to do there because that is a big chunk of the park that was reconfigured. We'll put some other duplicate rides or a gift shop area. You got to have multiple gift shops, right? Do we have multiple gift shops? We do. Okay. You got to have them by every entrance and exit. Yeah, driving around. Let's catch the... I was gonna say, let's catch the next car in the city, but whoever it is, they're gonna get no pocket car 3 seconds later. So, okay. Let's try it. Let's try it, AC. Oh, it's a hearse. Picking up a dead person. Perfect. Oh, I was hoping you could get like right down there in the follow mode. But you can't, huh? Like in the first person mode. No, why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep doing that? Follow. Back. Follow. As soon as you exit, does it... Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Hearse picking up bodies. Wow, a lot of hearses. Is that 3? Is it? Do we have any non-hearses on the road? That's kind of wild. You know how like when you get you're in a new car and you're like, oh, it's so cool to be in this new car, and then like every other car you see is that car. Like everybody's driving the same car you're driving. It's a hearse today. I was not expecting that, but... Whoa, lane changes. Hopefully that last guy didn't die of a car accident the way you drive. Jerk face. Stopping for noodles or more dead bodies? More dead bodies. Hopefully not from the noodles. They had me fooled. I thought they were going to the cemetery. Oh, should we do it from like GTA style AC? Like this? It was actually pretty cool. More dead how many bodies can you fit in it? Where did it go? Did you just... Okay. Call the police. Call the... I'm pausing because I can't even process what just happened. They just picked up a bunch of dead bodies and pocket card into their residence. What? I don't understand. How many... We watched them pick up at least 4 or 5 bodies. Can we get more info on the residents here? 5 adults, 5 young adults, 2 adults, 4 seniors, and at least 5 bodies. I'm okay with that. How about the murder residents? Because something suspicious is going on here. Historical building. It shall forever remain preserved. This is a good spot of town. Oh yeah, you're safe over here. You should be fine. Guy from crime scene clear. Yeah, what is that weird thing to do with 5 bodies? Just roll them up in your pocket car and go hang out in your tiny house with 4 seniors. I'm sorry, but if I hear you living with 4 seniors, I can't help. What do you picture? Chat. See if you're on the same wavelength as me. You live in a house with 4 seniors. What do you see? What are you thinking? Who are the 4 seniors? Is it just me? Is it just me that's thinking it? I know their names. I know the seniors' names. Not Cocoon. That's good, though. No. So what is stuck in my head right now? There's 4 seniors in this house. They are all in the same bed, toe to toe. And their name is Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine, Grandpa George and Grandma Georgina. That's who's in there. The crazy thought about the origin bunker. It was a Willy Wonka reference if nobody knew. What is the origin of the pocket car? What do you got for me, Kung? That's who's in there though, for sure, for certain. It's the Buckets. The murder residents, aka the Buckets. All right. We do have to find an ice cube factory at some point. I don't think there's been one. Maybe we like make a legit factory, the ice cube factory. In fact, you know what? Come to think of it, industries, factories, have we unlocked? We've unlocked the furniture factory. I need to get going on paper production. I don't know. I was supposed to be doing a university or something, but this will do too. Let's make some room in here. This train track's just totally disconnected. It's like, this map is such a mess. It's like, it's a metaphor for my life. There's a lot of half-done projects. So, back over here, towards the end, where's the pulp mill? Pulp mill. This thing's a big one, right? Okay, and it goes against the road that way. That's fun. That's fun for orientation. Oh, that'll fit. Does that fit perfect side to side like that? That's cool. Space already occupied the train. Okay. Porcines are expensive to feed. Just chop them up, put them in the freezer. Okay, I want to... How much do we have? We got 13 million, whatever. Let's figure out... Let's put these side by side on the roads, just for access. Is there a better way to do this? I'm producing a ton more. What do I need to put in 3 pulp mills in a factory? Oh, can I can't move this log yard, can I, with their stuff in it? Okay, Reddit to the rescue. Hold on a second. I gotta find that thread again. Thank you, Adia, by the way, for digging this back out. So there is a thread on Reddit, in case you're wondering. Got this handy dandy chart. I'll throw it in the chat. Optimal ratio extraction industries. It's good stuff. So what do we, technically for the perfect ratio, we only need 1 small tree plantation, 2 large tree sapling fields. So we could remove quite a bit of what we got going on. I had all this in here to, there's so many barracks, it's crazy. Let's get rid of this block and see if we can get the factory in here. That would be nice. I think that we can. We should be able to. Let's see. That is not the factories tab. That's over here. Oh yeah, no, that's tiny. That's tiny. We got that. Okay. So where do we want that oriented then? Towards the main road coming in. Right there. So, now that we've got this here, it's going to want... Where are we storing? We're storing the 2 things over here, I think, already. Even though we're not making paper yet. So that's for paper. That's for timber. We haven't imported anything yet. That's okay. And then let's see if we can get this figured out. So... what do we need? We need to come out 10 units from the road, and that will be enough. Right? Okay. So how do I, I'm gonna count this wrong, I'm sure. So 1 more out. Where is it? Pulp mill? Pulp mill. Okay, that's fine. And I can't, can I not move this without emptying it, right? Probably. It is full right now. Is it still full? It's still full? Okay. And then I should be able to fit the last one in here. Okay, so 3 pulp mills, 2 engineered wood plants, a small plantation, and 2 sapling fields. And I think that's what we got right here in the middle. Everything else is just extra production. What was that one? Sapling and right, the large sapling. Yeah, large sapling, small tree plantation. We got the 2, so we can technically, which one's more populated? 53, 51. We'll shut that one off for now. So we've got 2 warehouses, a maintenance building, 3 pulp. We've got 2 of the engineered wood plants, And then do I leave the extra production on for now? Extra barracks, whatever? I guess so. 3 times speed, we'll start producing some goods. Okay, what is it's 320 per week. If we up it to 150%, it's 480. Like we don't even have product in there yet, so that might be a little premature, but whatever. We'll hang out for a minute. Our paper is our problem because I only just built the mills. You know, I should have looked at pollution, but I think we're okay because of the Eden project. So yeah, we're polluting, but it's like the building is polluted, not the ground around it. Too rusty? Yeah, so essentially like the industry stuff is fairly quick to get back onto, and the campus is very similar. So you start with painting an area. The type of main building that you drop in is what defines that area. Of course, you know, it's if you're doing forestry, it's better to do it in a forest than a farmland. You can always plant trees. You can't remove that effect from the ground though, so you could ruin a good farmland. But that is your main building, right? And then in this case, the barracks, you can have up to 20 of them, 5% increase in efficiency each. It's also a good way to get workers. Like they're, what are they, 30 per? I think they're 30 per. 35. So there's 35 workers in each of these, and each one of them, when fully staffed, I think gets a full 5% bonus. So 20 of them would get you an extra 100% increase. It's a stupid waste, but it also is a way to get jobs in your city for industrial demand without having to build polluting industry. So forestry, at least. Some of the others, I say that, right? And then I'm also doing pulp mills, which if you've ever, I don't know, AC. There's a town up in way north New Hampshire called Berlin. They used to have a paper mill up there. I'd be surprised if you didn't get to smell it every once in a while, depending on which way the wind was blowing, honestly. Paper mills are one of the foulest things in existence. Change road directions? Yeah. It is, the tough thing for me is going back and forth between remastered and the right bumper is a way better way to do the snapping options. I'm gonna be wondering why my roads aren't zoning if I don't turn that back on. Okay, so let's see here. How are we doing? Did we get any paper yet? Oh, nice. We're loaded up on paper already. We're complaining that we don't have resources over here, but that's okay. I'm sure it's on the way. Okay. We're producing 40 tons of furniture. Look at that production rate. Look at us just chomping through the stuff. So material cost 1,200. We're spending another 480 upkeep to make 3,600. What? How much are we selling this furniture for? 128 tons of furniture? Am I understanding this right? 128 tons of furniture? Even raw weight. Imagine what you could get. 128 tons of furniture for $3,600. I would just like, you could use chaise lounges as toilets and just throw them out, honestly, at that cost. 128 tons? I don't understand the math here. Someone make it make sense. Okay, we're getting loaded back up on timber. I wonder how our warehouses are. All right, well, we're self-sufficient now, and thanks to the monument, we're not polluting technically. And then we're producing furniture which we can export, right? So I mean, like, our budget is going up right now. What can always question video game logic? Of course you can. Always, you can always question it. So what else would be fun? A bakery would need crops, animal products, and flour. That could be kind of cool. Toy factory, we need to make plastic, so we'd have to do some kind of oil processing. Printing press is paper and plastic. Lemonade factory is glass and crops. Electronics, clothing. What's Plainville all about? Furniture, 120 tons of furniture for $3,600. Is that what we are? Is that our thing? We can make sneakers. Food factory. Oh, what's a good Boston area food? I'm trying to think. What's a New England thing? I'm not even a fan of it, but how do people feel about a peanut butter fluff sandwich? Because that's a very New England thing. I feel like might be a Massachusetts thing. Hey Google, where was fluff invented? Somerville. Okay. Okay, so Somerville. That's not far from Boston at all. New England chowder, the white. Plainville sounds like a farming town. Of all those things. Here's the thing though, do we even have I don't know if we have any good farmland that I didn't build over. Is that oil up there? Where's resources? This one? Some fertile land at the bottom of the river there. That's nice. Up here at the university campus. And off the map over this way. If you have 81 tiles. Man. I just got sad about CS2 for a second. I remembered what it is. Oh, we just won a game? This zone cannot catch a break. Football just let out. So how are we doing here? Is no one going to the metro? Go take the metro. Take the metro, you maniacs. Get out of town. Go. Take the metro, fly away, leave your tax dollars, and don't cause traffic. Oh yeah, so how are these doing? Actually, that's a good question. So red line is the northwest quadrant up here. And the way that I got these running, right? If you run them counterclockwise, they crisscross each other. So they're constantly passing each other. It makes it look very busy. Even with fewer trams on the tracks. But up in the red line is the basically the northwest top left quadrant here. And I'm running a lot of cars on it, but we're doing good on the money, but we're actually 2,000 in the red right now. That is not a normal trend, so that should resolve itself as far as I know. In like 10 seconds, not even. Like, look, it's already 1,300, 1,700. Okay, game. Come on. You're making me look bad, game. Okay, here we go. In the green. Okay. Okay. All right now. Now you're just toying with my emotions. Don't keep there. Yeah, huh? 19. Hey, where you just found $34,000? Just like that? No big deal. Okay, we got to work on the consistency of the budget. But the train's moving along nicely. It's 116 max capacity. Maybe I should have taken out the toll booths. Yeah, we could really use that $92, Kong, right? So 116 max capacity. Like, none of them are getting there. Sometimes they do if there's a game, but like a game just let out and we're already caught up. So like, yeah, there's people waiting at that middle stop right now. They're not all gonna get on, but they're not waiting more than one car behind. So that's the red line's pretty good, and that actually moves the most people as far as I know. Yes. Southwest, the orange line, moving a good number of people. Smaller stops though. There's just not as many needs for people to get around over there. We got the northeast is the green line. This one is way... I'm already at 75%. I'm just going to leave that for now. And then what is my southeast yellow line? And again, that one's at 75%. We'll just leave it because we're going to move some more people in. And then the last one is the Beltway. That's the one that goes all the way around the outside, the double, what do you call it? The double whammy road. That's what we call it here. The double whammy. So the blue goes all the way around. The other ones are looping in their general vicinity. These are very reminiscent of the above ground metro cars. The T, as they call it. Which I'm sure is strange for some, like I don't think they call it the T anywhere else, do they? Ignore the icons. It's all right there. I wonder what all the abandonment is. Not enough goods? What they can't make the drive around to deliver the goods? Can they not turn around right there to deliver you goods? Do I have something wrong with the zones? Oh, the Beltway has Old Town on it. Hold on a minute here. Okay, traffic's about to get worse. Is that what's happening to all my commercial? Oh my God. Okay, so that's great. Okay, traffic's going to get worse. I had this working at the beginning, but the reconfiguration did not go to plan. So now the Beltway is no longer off limits. Let's see how these two exits are doing now versus like a minute and a half from now when they figure out that the Beltway is open. That should be interesting. What? Kong, stop. Inform your neighbors that you need to burn the place down. And, I don't know, drive 6-7 hours away from your current location. I should hope so. But where there's one, there's others. Just tell the neighbors. I'm sorry. Like, it's unfortunate, but it happens. And then flame on once everybody's out. Okay, so far so good here. But like, are we feeling the effects yet? The Beltway is definitely looking a lot busier. which is, I guess, a good. It was underpopulated before. If we can keep the highway exits flowing like that, like, I think we'll be okay. I say that now, but look at it. It's humming along now. Okay, there's some traffic. We got to work on that. This was the same one I think that I looked at before, right? This is just, as long as it's only building up on that block, I guess we're okay. But again, we could funnel one way away from there. Make people come down a little bit further. They can't turn in there unless they're going into that neighborhood. So they would come down here to get around, which would send them around a longer way, but give us more time to unload from the highway here. Also, maybe we 3-lane it. Maybe I make this a one-way here. That's problematic. That's very problematic. Okay, so that is going to be an issue. That is definitely going to be an issue. We'll give it a minute. Maybe it'll smooth itself out, right? It just needs a minute. It's getting worse. Oh man, we broke it. You're complicit in it. We broke it. Okay, so that needs some work. So how do we keep the Beltway, Old Town? So this is busy up here. Do I have a stop? I feel like I have a stop sign on here. Hold on a second. No, I don't. Okay. So this seems to be working okay. So what is our challenge over here? It's this left-hand turn that's killing us. Is this... That's not going to be better. That's a single lane turning. But this is causing us issues for sure. It makes sense for it to be there. But it's problematic. Okay, let's look at this another way. How do we turn Old Town back on, but still allow people to get to Lake Hills? I don't think we do. Is there a way into Lake Hills? Because once you're in Lake Hills, you can get anywhere. You can get anywhere in Lake Hills. But only Lake Hills. So couldn't they just come up this way? Does Lake Hills has Old Town on as well. So how does that break things if we say, like, when you come off the highway, you can go into Lake Town? Lake Town, Lake Hills, whatever it's called. I don't know. We need to rename a lot of these. But that technically, like, this intersection becomes something that people shouldn't drive through. I don't know. Like, I don't know how sensitive it is to that like one intersection. But technically, we're telling people they can come off the highway and go into there, right? That should. So let's see. Is that going to route a bunch of traffic over here? They should want to come this way, hopefully. We should see this intersection get a lot busier, which is going to be... We're making problems. We're just making problems here. We're not fixing anything. We're not fixing anything. It's getting worse. And then it cuts the camera to that. How about some edge of map fog, game? Like, what are you doing to me? You're going to show me that disgrace? And then you're going to cut to traffic like this? I don't think that's my intersection. I thought that was in the game, but it's looking kind of more like a me. That's nice. See, there you go. 2 out of 3. We'll get another nice shot. I've got this philosophy, right? That the longer it runs without trash camera takes, the better the city is. And right now we're gonna get a lot of trash camera takes with traffic. So that's nice. That's manageable traffic right there. But I got to figure out a way to let that Beltway not get overburdened, but still allow deliveries into the city. Okay, game. We need some trees there. Round everything out. Make it nice and flammable. I gotta figure out what to do with the grounds around that. I feel like that could be a little bit stronger. Okay. Where to? A lot of half-started stuff. Let's just check real quick how our farm is going over here. Our farm, our furniture farm. Printing money over here. Measuring furniture in tons. Don't worry about that. It's not anything illicit. Just don't ask questions. Can you make it a 3 so it gets a left dedicated turning? Where is that? Over here? So what are we talking about? Down here? 3-lane one-ways? It's the only segment that doesn't have grass lined. So see, I don't even think the problem is as much. Well, one, they haven't recalculated this corner yet. But the problem isn't even as much the dedicated lane as it is what is happening at this specific intersection. So it's narrowed down, first of all. It's a lot of stuff getting pinched. It's a fairly heavily trafficked artery for getting people out of their neighborhoods and into the city. So maybe that's our first mistake, is allowing this to even be. I think they can't turn into the next one. So I think I'm going to make this one a one-way. And then the other one a one-way the other direction. So let me okay, so we're going to prevent turning up that way, and we might have to do a little bit of deletion here. Do we keep it, let's see, do we keep it 4-lane? But that's going into a residential neighborhood. So 2-lane is fine, but we want it to be one-way. Will it let us upgrade both? It will, and then we change the direction away from that. So this is still useful, but only for feeding traffic that way. Otherwise, you have to come back. Is that going to cause people? We'll see. We'll just have to let it flow through to see. Okay. So that is coming that way. We'll allow people to basically U-turn here on the Beltway. No, we won't. But we definitely want them to be able to come through here. So maybe I 4-lane that one. Let's see here. So if that one's coming, we'll go in for this one. That becomes like a little U-turn block. We'll see how that handles for traffic. We're going to have to do this, though. We're going to have to delete it. Because it's way too tight to do what we want there. So if that block is coming that way, we want this one going up. And then we need to hook back in the tram. Pane in the... Sometimes it's easier to do it from the road, because you can snap that middle node if you left yourself enough room. But this is like I said, this is so tight. I would give myself more space. There's ways to work around it, but it was a little frustrating. Okay, did I do that the wrong way? And am I going to have to do that again because I don't have the room? Okay, no, I drew that the right way. Okay. So coming off the highway, they cannot take that first left into the 4-lane road. They shouldn't take the next left because that is a neighborhood and it is Old Town. But they can U-turn and follow the Beltway back around if they need to, if they needed to exit to the left. Otherwise, they're going to come up here. Now, what about this, though? Do we allow... If we make this a 4-lane, does this become 2-lane turnable? Because there's not going to be a lot of traffic heading right into the neighborhood. So making this 2-lane turnable makes sense. I don't know if it does that. There's no way it's going to let me upgrade this, right? What is it? 4-lane. I'll take any 4-lane. I don't even care if it's got trees on it. We have plenty of trees. Yeah, no way. Okay. Okay, delete, 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 delete. Straight, we'll do the trees, I guess, since we're here, right? This is what, 4-lane? 4-lane, tram tracks and trees. Does direction matter? It does not. Only problem is we have this little orphan segment on the end. We might be able to replace it. Otherwise, we have to get used to a blinking cursor telling us that we're not slope too steep. Can we do this one? We can't do that one either. It just won't let you connect a road. What? Okay. Man. To quote Jamie Lannister, the things I do for love. Right before he shoved the child out a window of a tower after having sex with his sister. Okay. We're catching up on Game of Thrones clips. Reliving all the excitement again. Okay, this is a mess. This is a mess. Who made this mess in here? Clean up your mess. I mean, first episode of a show. What? Hey, Google, what year did Game of Thrones come out? The TV show. 2011. Hey, Google, stop. Okay, so we're talking first episode spoiler from a show that came out in 2011. From a book. Hey, Google, what year did A Song of Ice and Fire novel come out? When did the book come out? Hey, Google, when did the first George R.R. Martin Game of Thrones book come out? 97, 96? Published in 96. Hey, Google, shut up. Thank you. I'm sorry. That was passive aggressive. I appreciate you. Okay, we got to smooth out this terrain just a little bit. Hopefully this will let us get away with it. We'll see. Okay. Man. Seriously, I had to break so much there, and I just did, like, I didn't think it was good, too much of it at the time. But now I am regretting it. Okay, let's see. How do we connect all this? So, let's... Can we just straight shot that? Of course we can't. Oh my god, okay. So, do we curve this in, so to here and then to there? I feel like that's... It's a little bit of a weird bend, but it's not unnatural. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. The terrain that we're dealing with here, I got to make the rest of the intersection work first before I pat myself on the back, right? I mean, I placed the road. What is this? I had the asymmetrical here. Is that... Where is that? Is that still on narrow roads? Is that the... That's the one. Okay, no, we're moving that node, buddy. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Okay, fine. Can we do this? Is it going to let me do this? One ways are over here. So you're going to be like that, huh, game? Can we... Okay, okay. Now I regret many things. Okay, let's do that, and then let's give up. Let's just uninstall the game at this point. Is that what we... That bend is hot. Thank you, Nexus. Don't say fires. Don't say fires. Is our forestry okay? We've actually... Have I not been... I really should play the game at 3 times speed, shouldn't I? It's more entertaining. Oh, wait, no, I don't have the road hooked up. Never mind, I just broke all the tram lines. That's why it was paused. Okay, so... we need to make this work. And I feel like we should look at police coverage. And we should just, like, we have demands, so, like, let's just fix this block. I guess, right? So if the asymmetrical road comes down in here, we have a lot of creative freedom now. A lot of creative freedom. Where's the asymmetrical road? Was it way over there where I was? There it is. Okay. So we'll straight tool, please. We're gonna bring this right through there. Piece of cake. Step number 1. At this point, just drop a meteor. Okay. So let's figure out this. Let's figure out this point first. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So it doesn't matter what roads we use. I can upgrade these after the fact. Do we just come in straight with that? Yeah, that's what I want. I want a little bit of a hook there, right? Like... Like that? Is that too... Oh, that's too narrow, right? No, we get back to a zone there, but like I want a single square of zone. So like there maybe? Nope, I gotta come from this side. Okay, so we gotta try and move this node up. Now that node is moved up, right? Did that do that? Okay, so let's try this. Are these straight shots? Am I way overthinking this? Was that just a straight shot, honestly? Okay. Straight tool for the win. You don't understand why I broke everything in the first place? I mean, at this point, I don't know if we can consider this content a DM, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. But no, we're trying to correct some intersection problems, and I couldn't modify that intersection to make the road wider because these are so close together. So I literally had to re-engineer the entire intersection. And when I tried to do that, it wouldn't let me connect to this in the middle, which we actually still don't know after all this time if I smoothed it out enough to connect from this node without a slope too steep warning. Yes! God, it's awful. Oh, we still have to change it, though. We still have to change it, because what do we want here? Okay, so remember we were solving a problem. A problem that is still very much there. We've also been paused. So when they come off the highway, we have to change this road back. Because that wasn't how we solved the problem. Or at least not in this iteration. It wasn't a bad suggestion. But the problem was that very intersection. I think. We're either that or we're here for a spectacular fail of over-engineering an intersection for no benefit. Okay, so we're coming off the highway. Let's take a look over here. Let's peek. Never mind. Hold on a second. We'll be right back. I gotta get you at least one.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Oh, it's already out. Well, that was anticlimactic. We will probably at some point see an entire block of these trees go up. I had a horrible sinking feeling about my forestry. Okay. So, pause, right? Where's this intersection? Okay. So I'm sorry, whipping the camera around. Wait, we gotta go check on this one. This one is functioning. We're doing good. We're doing good. A little heavy here. Is it going to be bad down here where everybody gets in their pocket cars? The casino. Oh my God. That's rough. We got to look at a highway exit for this right here. This needs its own highway exit right here. Look at, like, this is all traffic dumping in to get here. So we've got to think, we've got room. I was going to say over here again, but I feel like I'm saying here a lot. I'm sorry. These three things draw a ton of traffic in, though, honestly. I mean, like, it probably doesn't seem that much in the in-game universe. Like, where's the gate? I mean, 406,000 visitors. I don't know how, like, does it not tell us, like, weekly? How's our zoo doing? 378. You know, rides are fun, kids, but so is learning and conservation efforts. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, kids. Actually, no, don't smoke, kids. It's not good for you. Fire more often. It's funny. I posted. I was letting the city run in the background, and I caught, like, I posted to my, like, Xbox share just by using the the button, the share button, like 3 pretty big fires in like 15 minutes. If it has timestamps, like, I'm literally just letting my screen, it's like a screensaver in the background, and it's just like igniting entire blocks. So yeah, so we got to look at this. But remember, this isn't what we were fixing. We were fixing over here. So how's over here working? How's it? So look at what, it's looking good so far. Fingers crossed, everybody. It's not backed up onto the ramp. It's not backed up onto the ramp. Did we just move the jam up a couple blocks? So far, so good. So this is a one-way coming to our left. Up ahead is a one-way going, that was coming from the left to right. This one's going right to left. And then up here is where they might turn in. And this is actually not a bad way for the asymmetric configuration. Because, one, it's already the way that this is configured, coming out of the residential neighborhood. But there's going to be more traffic. Well, there goes a hearse to prove me wrong. Rip. But there's going to be more traffic heading into the city. So 2 lanes heading that way is totally fine. Do we have traffic lights and stuff? I gotta go look at that at some point. But that's not bad. That kind of resolved itself. Solving one intersection at a time. Where do we gotta figure out next? Down here? What's going on down here? So everybody's wanting to turn in here. This might need to become a larger avenue, or we force people to use these other. I don't want to force them down towards this nightmare mess of an intersection. This is problematic here, that everybody's coming off the highway and streaming into a very busy intersection. We got to maybe prevent them from turning left immediately. Like, are they using that as a way to turn around? Please tell me they're not using that as a way to turn around. It's annoying with that floating, hey, you missed the tram road here. I don't know, I have a feel you need a roundabout on an intersection with a bridge for the tram. A roundabout on an intersection with a bridge for the tram, like just kind of like crossing over the middle somehow, diagonally across. We over-engineer that. What's the traffic look like at the moment? In general, there's some spots. We're fixing them one by one. There's a pretty crazy configuration though. Wait, isn't this the one that we just looked at and now it's jammed up again? Wait, is that not the one? No, it's this one over here. We didn't fix this one. This one got worse though. So we got to look at that for sure. Maybe by doing that same sort of forcing the lane turns in certain spots. Like we don't want to send them all the way down there though. But this is brutal here. What's going on? Do we give them that right to also go straight? Is that, it's not like it doesn't look like there's a lot of cars turning left. Is that a one-way? Because I would figure somebody would be turning left at some point if it wasn't. Oh, it's a one-way. Okay. So they're coming down here, and then do they have the right to turn this way? They do. So that's jamming that up. Man, that's nasty. Roundabouts everywhere. We're managing pretty good for a bit, so So who's even using this road at this point? If you can't turn left from there. Like it's not blocked. I gotta find a better way to do. You know what? Does the that's gonna be such a project. Does the tram road get sunk? That could be such a nightmare. Oh my god. I just, like my brain is turning right now, and like it's going to be so much work. But do I sink it and then make these crossroads bridges over the tram tracks? I don't know. You saw what it was like just to make one of these. And I don't think it's worth it. I'm thinking about it. It would look pretty cool, but it wouldn't be. I don't think it would be worth that effort, knowing what console unmodded is going to do to me. So what? Yeah, we got to solve this. We've got to engineer this another way. So yeah, they're all getting backed up at different spots. Do I need to 4-lane all these and just open it up? Is that going to make my problem worse? Do I need to look? So there's a couple things, right? Let's talk. Let's talk, because I've made some spots better, and then I'm creating some giant holes in the wall. But maybe it'll look good eventually. We need desperately. I wrote trees up here, thinking like this is where I would do the industrial area, but that is not going to be the case anymore. So that can be whatever. I was messing around with like how to do some different spirals. So like progressively put our step all the way down. We're just all over the place tonight. So like we'll start here on the ground. We'll go out 5 and bring it up 1. And then let's go out 6 and bring it up 1. What is that? That's 5, that's 6, that's 7, I think. So like there, and then maybe 8 somewhere out there. And then just like looking at like how you could, well, there was a spot there. How you can build some like these smooth interchanges in tight spaces. I was just messing around over here. Because we're definitely gonna fix some of this. This has got to be built in. I would not do this. This is not me. This is in the map, right? This is a paradox. This is a CO made map, right? That's not a creator. I mean, like, look, I'm doing some spaghetti. This is the worst offender, but like the trumpets flow okay. They don't look terrible. That one has got a huge bump in it. Never mind. Yeah, they're all right though. Nothing to write home about, but they're better than they were. And then they dump out to this heinousness. It looks nice if it's not clogged with traffic everywhere. It does seem much more alive though, but for a 42,000 pop city, maybe a little too alive. So maybe I'll let it run here or there and see what. Why is that happening? Did I put Old Town back on the Beltway? No. I didn't put Old Town back on the Beltway, so what's the issue? We got fire over here. A recycling plant. And there's another one there in the houses. Helicopter? Can we get this one, I think? Anytime, boys. Okay, there we go. We're good. So yeah, so something is going on here. Something is going on here with my zoning because I broke something tonight. So we don't have Old Town on the Beltway. Lake Hills. So all those access roads, like, they're not off limits. I guess we are preventing them from turning into some of them, though. But none of those access roads are off limits for Lake Hills. So you can come in from a highway and connect to that main artery of 4-lane roads. So I don't see why there's a delivery issue. This is usually what that is, right? Not enough goods to sell, which is that the goods aren't getting there. And if they're just not getting there and they're abandoning at this rate, that seems a little odd. We do have a lot of residential demand too, though. Let's 10:43. I just forgot that the music was playing through there. Gameplay wise, where is use day-night cycle? We haven't seen it at night in a while. Four-lane. Need the tram road to go away. More subterranean slip road. Or more industry. Yeah. We gotta really rethink the industry over here. That hasn't been touched since like 2019. It's been a while. So we'll definitely want to upgrade that. I feel like the furniture factory got us a decent chunk of money. I don't know. Production value seems to be higher than cost per week, and it seems that we're making enough. Well, maybe not. We're making timber and paper. I mean, it seems that we're keeping it stocked, even if the individual. Okay, that moved over, so it was complaining over here now. All right. So we're good on this, I think. We'll let this run. What's next? I think we determined there wasn't good farmland anywhere. Anchovy, salmon, shellfish, and tuna. Is that off map? So there's little pockets here or there that we could fish for shellfish. But technically we can get everything else. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of tuna water here. There's not a whole lot. Fishing would be a little bit weird to get into, but that's not, I mean, there's ocean right there. We do have cargo shipping coming in. I mean, I always model the stuff off of Massachusetts towns. So, there could be fishing industry. That may not be bad. What else do we have? Oil. Oil gets us what, like plastics? Yeah, plastics. What, petroleum? Or can get us what, glass? I mean, farming could be okay too, like get us, we've got lots of land we could do it. I think it's better on fertile land, but I'd be willing to give it a shot just to get some animal products going in the bakery. Food factory, maybe. I think we just need plastic. What is it showing us? What was that? Actually, wait, before nighttime. I'm gonna cut the in-game music off. It's muted. Okay. Not free camera, cinematic camera. And we'll get something going. Ignore the traffic. We're working on the traffic. We'll probably, I'd be surprised, it's sun's just setting. I'd be surprised if we don't see a fire in the cinematics before sunrise. I honestly would not be surprised. Come on, we're gonna get a rager, a whole block fire going. Keep an eye in the background. Okay, again, don't worry about the intersections. We're fixing them. Or making them worse. I don't know. Probably making them worse. If we have to, we just shut down the commercial economy again and turn on Old Town. Or I gotta be more careful about like what parts of the Beltway it applies to. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to do it. Sometimes I'll have it working in a really nice spot. There's no buildings, no failures of the businesses. And then I'll adjust like one intersection and the whole thing breaks. I'm like, I don't know what I did. Try and undo it, reprocess and rethink the whole thing. I've tried it different ways. I mean, we're not seeing the traffic through the residential neighborhoods, which is kind of the design of Old Town, but I'm trying to use the Beltway and kind of trick out part of the town. That's going to get rebuilt. That big office park. A little too much for Plainville. You say some of us. I mean, Phoenix, like literally in the name, right? I mean... Oh, yeah, Kung Fu for sure is a fire marshal. I mean, you know, for the channel. Marshal, mascot, whatever it might be. Come on, we're going to get a fire, right? There's going to be a rager. Come on. I feel like remastered was really good for edge of map fog camera angles. I'm hoping we get a nice blaze going here. That's a shot. I don't know how you deal with that heat, Sin. It's crazy. Hey, Google, what's the record high temperature for Massachusetts? 107. 107 is the record high. And that's just like a Tuesday in April in Arizona. I could not do it. I could not. I just couldn't. $109 at 11 p.m. and this is on Earth? You weren't like, you didn't go to Mercury? That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, it's so humid. You can burst into a sweat 3 seconds out the door, like just soaked. It's so like it's just impossible to breathe in. Where I don't want to jinx it, but like where are the fires at for real? What's going on here? I'm mildly concerned something broke in the simulation. Hey Google, what's 25 Celsius in Fahrenheit? 77. I mean, I'm turning the AC on, you know, at that point, but I know we need a real barn burner though, like those tree blocks on the tram roads. Like once one of those catches, the entire block goes, and usually a couple buildings on either side. And if they're nestled in just close enough to the trees, like those will go. The neighborhoods can spark. It can be a show. We've got decent fire coverage. I do have to look at fire and police and all that stuff. Like that should honestly be. You know what I figured out. You're all my, how do you say it? Accountability buddies. You're holding me accountable because I got to come back and fix this stuff. So some of you will remind me the things that I keep saying I need to do, like check on city services. At this point, I think the structure is there where we could just like plop down fire and police coverage and be done with it, and then build around that. But I definitely do need to relook at it. Cook Canadian bacon on your stairs. You have to pretend you don't want the fire shrimp. Okay, I mean, I don't want them. Although it is ironic, though, right? Like you know, it would be cool to see a nice barn burner at night. And instead of this is what you show me instead, game. Come on, that looks nice, though. Come on, that looks decent. I was watching, what did I watch today? I was looking, I'm thinking of doing a piece on the state of Cities 2 unmodded, because essentially that's what a console release would be anyways. So I'm thinking of kind of breaking it down, and I went looking for mods, or not looking for mods, but to see kind of what people are using for mods nowadays. And I don't know how many, maybe, I think it was pretty recent. City Planner did a video on, it was like 20 mods and how to use them. And watching through that, it's like, it hurts my heart, the things that we have to resort to mods for. Like, these are all things that we should have learned from the first cities were things that could be fixed or improved or iterated upon. You want to fire, here's your traffic. Yeah. So it's just like it's still a letdown to this day. And without getting into too much, I can say that I'd have to double check. I first played Cities 2 in 2020 or late 2020 or early 2021. I forget. But it was a while ago. I remember just never being thrilled with the game. It didn't matter what it looked like. I just was never thrilled with the game. And unfortunately, like watching that City Planner video and hearing all the things that get fixed with mods, those are all things that aren't getting fixed, or at least for now aren't getting fixed in the console version if it ever comes. But I think we're gonna get a cancellation notice soon. I'm just waiting for that. I don't think I don't know. I'd put money down that they're not going to deliver a console version. We're coming up on 2 years. It's going to be more than 2 years before they get all the DLC out that they promised at release. And they don't even have a day. All they could tell us was it won't be before summer. And meanwhile, again, 2 years to get the DLC out on the thing that they're more familiar with. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, what are you going to push out? What are you going to push out if you come up with a console version? Let's say you push it out in fall or Christmas, and it's just as good as my traffic management. No, it's just as good as City Skylines 2 on PC vanilla. It's not, then that's not good enough, because you need mods to make that experience better. There's, again, so many things, so many little things that could be improved or iterated upon. Like, you need dev mode. Is dev mode going to be available on consoles? Like, do we get dev mode? Because if not, it's already like, it's not even 1-to-1. Because they, then we're already talking about things that you can't do that a PC could do even without mods. There's some things that need you can do in dev mode. So no bikes yet. Yeah. You know what the thing that caught me the most? Like, I like Phil's content and I like his builds. But the thing that's still so awkward to this day with Cities 2 is the lots are so long and rectangular, and like they are not designed to be on any kind of a corner. It's a weird aesthetic, Cities 2. Like like houses don't look quite right. Like these houses sit on grass lots, and maybe they create some funny things around them, but like it blends into the terrain versus the like 16-yard long monstrosities in the back of a house, like, and every single house just being the same out of the box. Like, you got to go through a bit of work. Sad time for builder games. Is Civ 7 not good either? I never got into the Civ games. I'm less about the management. I don't mind the management. I thought Cities 1 was a good, like, light, sweet spot of management. Not too much. And then they gave you like a bunch of systems in CS2, but they're like broken or just not well designed. When publishers control the narrative, yeah. Well, no, you know what happens when publishers control the narrative? You end up with like 12 creators who've never played Cities before dangling from the sky in Berlin drawing dicks. Which, oh, hey, there's a fire. Where is it? Is it already out? It's already out. It did happen before sunrise, though. I told you we get one on camera before sunrise. It just wasn't a rager, unfortunately. I was saying something, but it was probably just unnecessary. It's been said at this point. But I think it is time to look at, I mean, they're approaching the last DLC. Like, how much is the last DLC going to change the experience? I think it's time to look at what the game is in its vanilla state, unmodded. I mean, region packs I don't think count, right? They're just assets. Like, that's something that will be on consoles. Again, should the console version even happen? But I kind of want to do a video to prove a point that I don't think they should bother. I don't. Because again, looking at, those essential mods and hearing Phil talk through them all, the fact that these mods provide improvements for these systems because they're just not well designed in the first place out of the box, it just says a lot. It says a lot about the core game, and that's the game that consoles will be getting. And if this is getting 50% mixed on Steam, what do you think an unmodded locked in version on a console that's like turned down because you couldn't handle the performance, so like I'm sure it's going to be graphically inferior, And then again, and then it cuts to this is really ugly. I'm sorry. This is not design. This is just like off to the side of the map. Don't worry about that. It's fine. What upsets me the most, EA all but handed CO the city builder under Paradox. They pretty much stained all that goodwill. Yeah. Honestly, like, you know, it's really weird to like, it's weird to be like inside all of this happening. Like, I can't, you know, some things are under NDA, but if you ever saw my potato mode video and the criticism that I had for CS2 the minute the embargo lifted, I don't think it's unfair to say, and certainly not NDA breaking to say, I had all those same criticisms. Like, you know, they heard them. It wasn't a surprise. They even said, like, they knew that the embargo was lifting and some of us were going to be critical of it, and they came out with that post. Like, oh, it's not meeting our performance, but we're releasing anyways. But there were still some that were under the impression, like, oh no, this is just like, this is the, you know, the beta version, and it's going to get fixed on the day one patch. Like, day one, we're talking 2 years in, and they haven't finished patching it yet. They haven't finished the basic delivery of this of CS2. It's a shame. It really is a shame. A lot of potential to just build on, and that's the thing. They built on what they did and not what the community did. And all that ends up being is like a mediocre sandbox copy of itself, essentially. Yeah, I mean, like, Decoy, to your point, like, I get it. Like, you want to pull in some different people. But it wasn't like, there's too many things going on. Like, if you're gonna dangle people from the sky, make a really nice video about it. Don't, like, I don't think live streaming it was the way to go. Like, you couldn't hear anybody. Nobody had a good connection. No one knew what the game was about. Who was up there? Like, RT was the only one I was interested in. I think he was up there, right? Wasn't he? Oh man, that was, yeah. So that was like I think a sign of things to come. Writing on the wall. Occasionally play on the Steam Deck, but I almost 100 maps remastered and I have only played maybe 15 of them. Yeah. Yeah, remaster's pretty solid. How do you find this the Steam Deck? Like, I love my Steam Deck. I couldn't imagine playing CS2 on it though. I don't know. I mean, they did build it out for the controller at least, so it probably maps a little bit better than the first one, obviously. I like the Steam Deck. The other thing that I like is, since I play on the Xbox, I have, it's upstairs. I have, I started with the Kishi, went to the Kishi V2. Now I get the Backbone, but it essentially it turns your phone into a Switch or a Steam Deck configuration. And they have them for Android, and that's a mess, and for iPhone as well. But that works really well with my Pixel, at least. And can remote play. Actually, you know what? A lot of my excitement for the remote play feature, I realize, is diminished now, because it's all browser based. It's not app based anymore, which I think is a cop out and a poorer experience. At least in my experience so far. Browser based remote play on a phone versus the app based that they had before, which is essentially just, you know, using a browser extension, but it was like a, you know, minimized interface. I don't think I can save this game. At this point, it'd be better to hire new devs and start CS3 from scratch. It's probably not a bad idea, but here's the thing. Who's going to hire for CS3? The same people that botched this. Like, I'm sorry, like, you hit lightning in a bottle with CS1. Hit at the right time. People wanted a city builder. You know, just janky enough for the community to get behind it. Years and years of content and stuff to add on to it. And then, like, you just forgot. Like, let's do a sequel and make a lot of the same mistakes and require a lot of the same mods to be essential for the community experience. And let's push it out even though we know it's not ready. And then in order to, you know, repair everything with the community, we'll push out the wonderful beach DLC that they'll retract because it was so terrible they didn't want the worst reviewed thing on Steam ever. So we'll give it to you for free. Congratulations. Everybody can have it now. The worst thing on Steam ever, but also the listing goes away. And oh, so we rushed a game out the door too fast that wasn't ready, and our solution to that was to rush a DLC out the door too fast that wasn't ready. Huh. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for him. The beach DLC that didn't have beach assets. And come on, say it with me. 4 trees. Oh man, the traffic. We get so many traffic fixes we got to do. But no mods to do it with. City Skylines belongs to CO. It doesn't want to person. Right, but I mean, so here's the thing though. City Skylines belongs to CO, and CO belongs to Paradox. They have those purse strings. They may not be directly, but some pretty sweet synthwave playing. Who is this? Future Joust from epidemicsound.com. It's a song called Anticipation from Future Joust. Yeah, it's a good, they have some decent synthwave on there. Ben Elson, he's a hit, usual favorite. Arc 2 and Wildcard. Yeah, Arc had so much potential. I gotta tell you this, there's a couple of videos way back on my channel. I don't even know if they're still public anymore. But I had just had a kid. Like, I didn't have time for the whole PvP thing. So we played PvE. It was fun. Tame some dinosaurs, build a thing, trade with other people. And so we played PvE. But you can still kill people if you know what you're doing in PvE. So I had a character named Dexter. If you're familiar with Dexter Morgan, from either the books or the Showtime series. Spoiler alert, I mean, you find out in the first episode, if you didn't know from the trailer, that he's a serial killer. He collects a little blood sample on a slide for every person he kills. And when you kill somebody in Arc, you get like it's called a specimen implant. It's like an implant from your wrists. So I was playing with a couple friends in PvE. And PvE, like, people, you know, aren't worried about stuff. So a lot of them sleep with their doors open, or like don't even put doors on their bases. And you can't kill people in PvE, but you can drag their bodies into the water or in front of a dinosaur and it will eat them. But that was a fun pastime of mine, was collecting specimen implants, which you should only get technically from killing another player. And I collected hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. I terrorized the PvE server for weeks And then we just stopped playing one day. And the thing is like when your base decays, or when somebody, because you can't break it on PvE, right? So your base eventually decays, and then they can access all your bookcases and stuff. And so somebody, so I wish there was like CCTV footage of them finding it. But somebody walked into a house in Ark and said, "Oh my God, look at these like 10 bookcases lined up in a row that hold, you know, I don't know, 160 items each. Like there must be so many blueprints in here." And they open them up, and they open the next one, and they open the next one, and they open the next one, and it's nothing but specimen implants with people's names on them in a PvE server. It's like there was like 1,000. It was so many. It was stupid. It was so stupid. Oh, people hated that, and I get it, but it was fun. I'm a terrible person. I gotta check. Phoenix, if you go way back, there might be on my channel some public Ark videos, but I don't know. One of them I got not a copyright strike for, but a copyright claim, was The Joy of Swimming, which I used the Bob Ross intro and found a sleeping player and basically casually explained in a Bob Ross manner how we're going to do swimming lessons with our sleeping friend over here. And he's going to start kicking his little legs. You got to want it. And he drowns and I take his stuff. But that was that was a fun. That might have been my first claim, actually. I don't remember. No, I take it back. Skate would have been my first claim video way back in 2010. Never mind. Craziest episode of Storage Wars. All right. It's 11:15. I should call it tonight. Let's take a look at our progress. I've got to come over here and finalize the university, kind of tighten things up over here. Maybe kind of shove it more towards the back in the highway and make a little bit of room over here for some more neighborhood so that it rounds off a little bit differently. Got to fill in some trees, more fire, and then of course I was thinking I got to start putting in shelters. I know, like, and of course, like, I like that Adia just popped back into the chat, like, right when I said that, because, like, I know she can appreciate the pain that shelters brings up around here. But I think, like, we owe it. I think we owe it to our friends here. We've got the radio tower providing warning coverage, but, like, what are we going to do? Something comes, there's no place to go. Like, we got to put the shelters in. We got to do the shelters again. And there's actually a cool policy you can do. I never realized this. I never dug in too deep to this. You can click on a district, or is there info district name, and like households and population there, right? So you can actually set, there's a policy setting for like, what the heck is it? VIP area. Any and all shelters in the policy area are reserved only for the citizens living in the policy area. So you could have like a shelter for the 10,000 people. Well, you could have, it's a little bit like Titanic. So we could have a 10,000 person shelter for the 10,209 people in Rockdale. But honestly, like based on what happened in Santa Rica, being in the shelter, it's hit or miss. So you might be just as well. The Santa Rica Memorial Shelter. Okay, hold on a second. Where are those? Under emergency? Large emergency shelter. Okay, where can this go in Rockdale? Let's see here. Let's move this down. Hold on a second here. Is that not zoned down there? Oh, man. Okay. What can we do here? What can we do? That would be the oldest video. I will try and dig it out. Stop. Phoenix, are you on the Discord? tinyurl.com/move the mouse if you want to join the Discord. It's not super active, but it's an easier way to share that kind of stuff. I will totally find it though. It's unlisted probably, I would guess, but I will at least make it unlisted if it is private, because that Joy of Swimming one is worth to watch. There's also one that's a bit more of the PvE trolling stuff. Pretty funny one. Next to the graveyard, right next to the graveyard. I know I want to move this, but the zoning is turned off on this. What's over here? This is just like a mall. This can go down here. No, it can't. You can't go down here. Okay, whatever. You live here now. That's not going to stay there. Okay, so is this in the policy area? Double check. Man, that's annoying. No, I don't want to. No. I'm not trying to delete it. I'm trying to extend the. Oh, that's so annoying. Because I need that to be in the area, but not the road. Oh my god, game. Come on, you can do it. Oh my, it's fine. Okay, so that should be in the Rockdale area there, hopefully. And that was under what? Emergency services? Is that going to bug us if it's not? What? I would love to orient that correctly, but no. Here, right next to the church. You can pray on your way in. Okay, we need power there. Is that going to get? That's got to spread power, right? Okay. So now, this policies, city planning. This is a little like 80s love movie, like not really what we need right now. Okay, so VIP area. If you're not in Rockdale, there's 10,000 spots in there if you live in Rockdale. There's 10,210 currently right now, so good luck to the fastest of you. You don't have to be the fastest, just not one of the 15 slowest. Satisfactory 1-1 stable branch. Okay, goodbye to your free time. Past 10:30, we can allow a little chaos. Yeah, exactly. All right, so there's still plenty more to do. What is tonight? Tonight is Tuesday. I'm definitely planning to go live more on Fridays and Saturdays, but we'll see if I'm inspired to share. I usually go live around 9. I'll get on for a couple hours, and yeah, check up on the Discord link in the chat. Thank you, Adia. Appreciate it. Wait, 7,000 to 8,000 hours of Satisfactory? Oh my god, that's crazy. That's a lot, right? Like, I think I got like a couple thousand, 2 to 3 maybe in Battlefront 2. That came out in what, 2018? Rockdale Purge incoming. We'll get them their own shelter too. That's actually kind of a nice shot right there. And then the textures load in. But nice little sun dipped city there. Like that. There's parts. Like I have faith it's coming together. Give me a minute on the traffic. We'll figure it out. I want to do it without over engineering the freeways. I just want to make it nice and simple. We'll use policies to keep people from clogging up, hopefully. But we'll see. Hey, leave a like if you did not already. It is greatly appreciated and it helps the channel. Again, when I'm on, it's usually 9 and later on Friday and Saturday, or not to say later, usually run a little bit later. But yeah, 9 is the start time. Subscribe, check out the Discord, link above, and have a wonderful night. More Plainville soon, and you'll know how much I tinkered in the background if there's no problematic traffic in the cinematics. But there will most likely be fire, because there always is. And I guess it's a burden I will bear. Hopefully your games are fire free. Have a good night, everyone. Indeed, thank you so much. Catch you in the next one. Until then, Move the Mouse signing off.